And this week on the Crunchy Life, we're discussing the Time magazine cover, picturing a woman standing up breastfeeding her 3-year-old son. And its links to attachment parenting. So this is just my opinion on... I haven't actually read the entire article because I don't have an online subscription and it hasn't come out in Australia yet. So from what I've read and from what I've seen, it's more, I guess, my reaction and thoughts on the cover and what it means, to me. When I first saw it, I didn't think it was that, amazing or controversial, but at the same time, looking at it, I thought it's going to spark a lot of conversation, and it certainly did. So where I live, I am a part of a very large natural parenting community. So attachment parenting is very, very common where I am. But I mean, the woman in the article, her name's Jamie Lynn Grummet. She makes a good point in saying that it is the biological norm to feed that long, but it isn't a societal norm. So her thoughts were that, and mine too, are that the more we see people breastfeeding their older children, then the more common it will be, and the less it will be seen as something disgusting or perverted, which it certainly wasn't. I didn't think that the cover itself was in any way, sexual or provocative. It's not as common to breastfeed a child when they're standing up like that, but people still do it, and it's a lot harder to hold a child in the lap while you're breastfeeding them because they're active, they're bigger, and it's not as comfortable. So sometimes standing up is the best way to do it. A lot of my friends will be sitting down and their child will just come over and breastfeed with them standing on the ground. The other thing was that I think that had the picture been of a woman breastfeeding a little girl in that position, maybe it wouldn't have sparked as much controversy as well. But the main thing about it was the tagline that went with it: "Are you mum enough?" And that even sparked a red flag in me, because I don't think any attachment parent measures how good a mum they are by how long they breastfeed for. That's a very small part of attachment parenting. And the attachment parenting paradox itself is one of many. Breastfeeding is one of many things. Extended breastfeeding, taking cues from your baby, co-sleeping, co-baby wearing, responding to your baby's cry, gentle discipline. It's a lot of things. It's not just about attachment parenting. It's not just about extended breastfeeding, and I certainly, although I practice a lot of these parts of attachment parenting, I don't judge other mothers if they don't breastfeed their child past a certain age. But having said that, the breastfeeding statistics, especially here in Australia, are fairly poor. Like, I think the statistics are at 1 month, 80% of women are breastfeeding, but by 12 months it's fallen to, if I can just find it, it's fallen to pretty low. Let me see, I'm looking on the computer at the same time. Yeah, so by 6 months it's at 14% in Australia, and by 12 months, by 18 months, 9%, and by 2 years, it's 5%. And considering that the World Health Organization recommends breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding to 6 months, and then breastfeeding with complementary foods to at least 2 years, 5% of women are still breastfeeding their children. And there are a lot of reasons for that. And, but that doesn't make a mother any better than any other mother. So that was my point on the whole thing. The other thing is that, I felt that it portrayed attachment parenting as an extreme type of parenting, and it's not. It's a very natural type of parenting. And just because we might do things a little bit differently to the mainstream doesn't mean that we're extreme parents, like, you know. So overall, I thought I like Dr. Sears. I like attachment parenting theory, and it really relates to me. It really, I really felt connected to it when I read about it. So, as I said, I haven't read the whole article, but the cover itself, I didn't find that controversial, but I can understand why women did. And yeah, it was mainly the headline. So that's my 2 cents about it, and the other girls are going to talk about how they felt about it too. So bye.